I had first talked to Mark Butler at Florida A&M to make sure that they were able to get on board with it, but we needed more men than what he has in his chorus. So then we reached out to Morehouse to make the collaboration happen. I immediately started crying and immediately thought, we have to do this here in Tallahassee. There was no question in my mind. I hope that we start a community dialogue about this very, very important issue.
We're dealing with the Morehouse Glee Club and the FAMU men singing together, that unity, and they're singing from a lived experience as a black man. A lot of the previous performances have been done by choruses that are heterogeneous, black, white, everything. But given the nature of this piece and the specificity that this piece focuses on the black male experience in America, having that demographic represented homogeneously in the chorus does give it a certain flavor. So I just wanted to deal with my very strong emotions in response to the decision of the Staten Island grand jury not to indict the officer whose actions led to the death of Eric Garner. And I chose to model the composition after the 7 last words of Christ, which I feel liturgically, as they function in the Christian world, to humanize Christ. He says things like, "I'm thirsty," or "Why have you forsaken me?" Things that we wouldn't expect to associate with a divine figure. And so using that mechanism of providing the human perspective, I sort of transplanted that onto these men who have been vilified in the media in an effort to sort of justify their death. The instinctual response of some is to vilify them and make them turn out to be monsters. And so my effort with this piece was to do the opposite and make them human, make them real, and have us connect to them on a level that is not common. And so the last words was the perfect way to do that.
We were in a regular choir rehearsal. We didn't really pay any attention to it. We just assumed that it was a regular rehearsal. Then about a week later, he played the recording for us. So that kind of messed with us a little bit and put us in the perspective of the young men who were killed. And then it was when we started actually going through the music. That's when I think we became emotionally attached to it.
Beethoven's work was a plea for people to understand about brotherhood, mankind. Well, this is a plea for this nation to understand the importance of social justice and to speak out for those who feel that they have been silenced. Trayvon Martin, I'm just using him, many others, the killing of him, said to other young African Americans, well, perhaps I do not have a significant voice. Who will speak out for me?
To hear the words were just profound. As I was saying earlier, just playing through the music, you heard a little snap or a pizzicato or something, a loud sound, and you think, is this a gunshot? But then when our conductor said, okay, at this point you're going to hear, "You shot me," I lost it. Really hard.
You shot me! 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 You shot me!
We have to get along. It's so sad that we don't. It is a racial thing, but it's also just a human condition. It's religion, it's race, it's whatever, socioeconomic. People are always looking for, I don't know, how am I different from somebody else? How am I better than somebody else? Sadly. We all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses, and we can be there to help each other.
Raise our voice, and yes, we will be heard.
The older understanding really is the right message, right? Getting to better understand the different perspectives that we have on various things, but the things that we have in common as well. And that common humanity that we all have is what really the play, I think the concert is all about. I keep saying that we have some of the most outstanding students in America. No matter what it is that they do, they're outstanding. And this choral group today demonstrated that once again. It was spectacular.
Standing up for justice, tearing down the wrong, building up the right.